I found when this album came out, I wasn't ready for a new 21 Pilots album yet.
I don't think anyone was ready.
I was just loving Clancy, and it had very quickly become probably my favorite 21 Pilots album, and we've had this chat and we can like rehash it. And then they dropped this, so in my mind I can't think of it really other than a part 2 of Clancy, and I suppose thematically it kind of is.
It is, right? Because the way Clancy ended, especially with the music video with the thingy holding up Tyler,
Paladin straight,
yeah. I was thinking of the bishop. I can't think of his name now.
Hello, Clancy, Nico.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I was just like, oh. And then I remember like the rumor mill online was like, second album. It's a double album. And I was like, nah, they're not going to pull a Taylor Swift on us. And then they did.
Which album did Taylor Swift do that with?
She released like mid-tour. She released that Poets one or whatever.
Dead Tortured Poets Society or something.
Yeah. And then about like 2-3 months later, she released this new one or whatever. Maybe not 2-3 months, but
yeah,
it feels like it was.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. Yeah.
And I just thought, flip a neck. But anyway, back to actual musicians.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, did he just go there? Yes, I did.
Yeah. I mean, we can touch on that maybe another time, but not this week. This is dedicated to 21 Pilots.
That's fair.
This is like chatting about these albums. It's always like, where do you start with all 4 of these? Because it's like a maze of like themes and songs. And
well, what's interesting is I thought it was just from Trench, but actually when you go back, it's basically Blurryface too. Well, not basically, it is Blurryface.
Yeah. I mean, Nico and the Nine Nails kind of gives it away.
Yeah. So it goes all the way back, but like, I don't know. I think I sort of know the whole story, but I think you're probably better with the stuff because you can recite parts of Lord of the Rings that I don't remember, and I've read the book.
Yeah. I was watching a video today actually, and we should link it. I should send you the link, and we should link it in the episode description.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was this guy called Bandito Ugly Rat or something. That's his YouTube channel name.
That's a great name.
Like his video editing was like cutting between the different music videos, but kind of explaining the timeline of how all the music videos line up with each other. Okay. And he tried to form the storyline, and by kind of going chronologically of albums, but sort of jumping between them based on where the music video had Clancy placed and like what had just happened and what was going to happen. But it was great. It really put into perspective the whole story, and you could almost make a movie out of it because it's kind of like a narrative line between all of it, and it's really cool. And like Clancy's trying to get away, and then Nico chases him on the horse, and then this guy calls out Clancy for not doing leg day because he falls over. Nico catches up to him, and then like talking about the banditos and the color yellow and all that kind of stuff, and the what are those little Ewok things called? Ned, that's it. Yeah. And like that's an island off of Trench where the Neds are, and then give them the horns, which are the weapons to like attack Nico, and then it goes into like Paladin Strait and all that kind of stuff. So.
But you see, like the Ned stuff was so random because that video came out, and it was just like, I remember when
that was first in Chlorine, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Trench. Yeah. And the video had nothing to do. It didn't look like it had anything to do with like the whole Dema storyline or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like filling up a pool or whatever, and then this little, as you say, Ewok little came trotting out, and then that he was like now linked to the thing. So I don't know, but it was it's crazy how they've linked this entire story over all these albums, and it just gets. I mean, for me, I don't know. There's something amazing about Trench. Trench for me was just like, I just didn't know how they were going to write something better than Blurry Face, and then they did.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I agree in that. Like, all the albums are fantastic. Like, this isn't me taking away. I think it's more my experience of the album has made Clancy my favorites, and how I've come to know the album so well.
Yeah.
But Trench was the first album that came out after I'd become a fan.
Right.
So being a part of that cycle was awesome, and that's when Sheree and I got to see them and all that. So saw them
Same
on that tour, which was epic. Yeah. So that's obviously fond memories of that album, and it is just a fantastic album as well. It's so good, like Neon Gravestones and all those types of songs where it just it's just beautiful writing.
But I know we're going to get into it, but what I love about Breach especially is how there's like all these little Easter eggs that throw back to like the other albums, like right back to Blurry Face. And then even back to Vessel, weirdly.
Yep.
There's like some stuff
talk about that, yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. Let's get into it.
So you're listening to... Yeah. Shh, I gotta do the intro, Carl.
Go. Sorry.
So you're listening to the Buds podcast, where you get to hear from nearly rock stars who become barely podcasters. So we have been mates for ages, and we just like chatting through albums, basically. Some of our favorite albums and new albums coming out. And my name is Michael.
And I am Kyle. What's up?
And this week, what are we chatting about this week, Carl?
This week on the agenda is The Mighty Breach from 21 Pilots.
Boom.
It is... there's just so much to dive into and unpack in this. For everybody listening who hasn't listened to previous albums, which I highly doubt they are. If you've listened to Breach, you've listened to previous stuff. But you got to go back.
Likely.
You got to go back to Blurry Face, and you got to work your way through Trench and Clancy and the wonderful Breach, which we're going to dive into right now. Okay, shall we take it from the top?
Scaled and Icy. I know it's not your favorite. Scaled and Icy has its place, though. So
it does. You see, I just skipped right over Scaled and Icy.
You know what, though? In this video that I watched, it explained Scaled and Icy as after Clancy gets taken back to Dema so after Trench, he gets dragged back to Dema by Nico on the horse.
Yeah.
And then in Dema, where Clancy's trying to like cause this
uprising.
This uprising. I was like upheaval, revival, uprising. So he explained it in the way that like the bishops basically got Clancy to do propaganda for Dema, and that's what Scaled and Icy is. Scaled and Icy is like a propaganda album.
Yeah. Oh no, I totally got that, and especially with the live stream. The live stream was brilliant. It like the way it portrayed that whole thing of like.
I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah, dude, that was so cool, and that So I totally, I get it. I got that storyline. But I don't know, for me, I know I've told you this before, but there was something about that album that just didn't resonate. There's good songs on there for sure. Like, but as an album, it just didn't tie together for me like the others do.
Yeah. That's because Dema wrote it. It wasn't 21 Pilots. That's the cop-out.
Okay, I'll give them that.
There we go. If you want to be law accurate.
Yeah. Tyler's like, wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Did you write that guitar line? It wasn't me. Did you put that in the drum line?
And I think that for me was the most annoying thing, is that they toured with a bunch of other musicians, which I was just like, no, 21 Pilots is a 2-man machine. There's no room for other musicians.
Yeah, and, on the stage anyway, obviously behind the scenes.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, on stage, it just took, I don't know. And when Clancy came out and they went back to the two boys, I was like, yeah, okay, we're back. We're doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Should we start from the top?
Yeah, so about the album title and the cover, what do you make of that from Yeah, sort of like face value of the album title and cover.
Cover multi-layered, but if
Mm.
you lean back and squint at it, forms the face of a skull.
Ooh.
Have you seen that?
I'm looking at it now. I just saw it. Yeah, yeah.
So if you lean back and like squint a bit, you can actually see it's like the face of a skull.
Yeah. The
And
the jacket's like the nose hole.
yeah.
And you got the eyes and
Yeah.
cheekbones and oh, that's mad actually.
Yeah. And then they're like shadows from the jacket creates like almost like a mouth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's
pretty
actually
cool.
nuts. I didn't even get that. So thinking about Breach as like the sort of closing of the chapter, you know, and they said it from the get-go that Breach was going to be the last album about this whole saga. And like watching the City Walls music video and stuff, and that's the first track. So basically, for listeners out there, all 5 of you, we're going to try go through the track list one by one and just talk through the songs, whatever like stood out to us and how it all fits into the album generally. But City Walls, for me, that's kind of the closing chapter. Like the rest of the album sort of touches on it, but it's really all wrapped up in City Walls, it seems.
Yeah.
But like Josh giving the jacket to Clancy as like, here are your trench colors, like be a part of the Banditos, like we've been trying to get you to be for ages, or like rescue you or whatever. And then Clancy's like kind of like leaning away from the jacket, hands in his pockets, looking at it. And it's like really interesting posturing of the two characters. Kind of like, you know, it tells a bit of the story in that. But also it kind of looks like a cross as well. Like the red light sort of looks like a cross to me. And I know that Tyler's, he shared vaguely about his faith and things in the past. So I think his faith plays a big part of the music and things. Sorry, my wife's busy asking me if I want French fries, so I'm gonna just kindly reject her right now.
You can take some French fries.
You know what I might take? I might take an apple turnover. We got one of those from Lidl.
Could Lidl sponsor this, do you think?
No. But
that'd be a pretty sick sponsor, to be fair.
That would be a great sponsor. But with Lidl, if you're part of their like Lidl rewards program, you get a free veggie item when you get like certain points.
I am. Yeah.
And a free veggie item even includes a 7.5 kilogram bag of potatoes. If it's the cheapest veggie you're buying, you get it for free.
Amazing.
It's like 4 pounds of potatoes, 4 like pound currencies of potatoes, and it's 7.5 kilograms. So we get that when we can, and we just like have loads of
That's playing the
potatoes.
system, man.
Dude, it's fantastic. System. Yeah.
That is
Or if you get a free fruit, you get like a massive watermelon or something. It's really cool. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, we're on the old Little Plus.
Yeah.
It's good,
but people don't want to hear about Little. They don't want to hear about presumably.
Well, consider this an ad for Little.
Yeah,
we're not being paid for it, but we're giving them free.
In 12 months' time, when we have 25 followers, Little might be a sponsor at that point. Or maybe AG1.
Swiftly back, yeah, AG1, yeah. Swiftly back to the cover. That him leaning away from the jacket. Now that's interesting because that ties back into the end of City Walls.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still racking my brain as to why he became a bishop.
So
you can probably explain this to me, but it doesn't make any sense.
So I had to look this up myself to make sense because, I mean, I've got an almost 2-year-old. You have an over 2-year-old. I haven't got time to spend hours, so I just got someone else to explain it for me. And we'll get into it, but the song, The Contract, kind of, and the video, The Contract, kind of explains the endless loop that City Walls seems to imply.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see that.
In the music video, The Contract, they're like multiples of Clancy, and they all have like yellow eyes, and they're like looking in and stuff. So it's like there's some sort of contract that ties Clancy into an endless loop of becoming Nico, replacing the bishops, Yeah, but City Walls, the first song, track 1, before we get ahead of ourselves.
So I'm just pulling up. It's going to pull up lyrics here quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So this song, it's I found with City Walls, it kind of like, it follows the trend of Overcompensate in Clancy, where it's just like a banging first track. They seem to do that generally anyway. It seems like even with Jumpsuit for Trench was a big song.
Yeah.
And then Overcompensate, City Walls, Heavy Dirty Soul. So musically, it's just sort of classic TOP at this stage. Like big wall of sound, drums, bass, guitars, loads of synth. But yeah, what do you make of what the song's about? I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious at this point, but in terms of like the story,
yeah, I think exactly what you were saying. It kind of like ties up the whole storyline. It's an interesting place to put a tie-up at the beginning of an album when you've got a whole, you've still got the rest of the story to tell, but they've wrapped it up in this first track.
Yeah.
And just lyrics like "Square up with me, I can come to you, tell me when." Like he's clearly like facing up to Nico and just kind of going, "I'll take you, bro." But
yeah.
But now this raises an interesting question. Man, we're nerding out so hard. So do you think he's taking him out to replace him, or do you think he's taking him out just to take him out and have Nico out the way? Because you see, like that second lyric there, just underneath, he says, "I write a promise in pencil, my loyalty's in pen. Use a mistake as a crooked stencil, then we trace it back again."
So I'm trying to find the verse.
It's verse 2.
Still in... Oh, okay, verse.
So I jumped down because those lyrics stood out to me, and I was just thinking, like, it's an interesting way to look at it. Like, does he take him out for the sake of taking him out and like freeing Dema, or does he take him out because he secretly wants to take his place and become a bishop? Or the bishop.
Mistake is a crooked stencil, then we trace it back again. From the mainland to the island of islands, with the same plan for a while, decided to send me up and rip you out of your seat. You see, in a city with no entrance, there is not a retreat. I'm wondering what you thought would happen, who you thought I would be. Is this a side swipe? Did you picture this in a dream?
Sure.
Yeah, it's definitely like confronting Nico. Lyrically, it's like he's singing, like the song's addressed to Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't actually know about that if he knows he's going to take, because his weapons for like the horns, I can't remember what it's called. Basically like possessing or something, or controlling,
seizing, or whatever they call it.
Seizing, yeah. Those get broken, which I wonder if when they get broken, it makes Clancy, it allows him to be subjected to seizing himself, because his eyes go yellow. So maybe there's like kind of like the trying to think of another analogy.
Because that then, I guess, once those are broken as well, it cuts his power, right?
Yeah, it cuts his power to fight Nico, and then I wonder if that's when he becomes vulnerable to being like, what's the word? Not like subjected to the power. He becomes like
possessed.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh man, trying to think of the word. My vocabulary is letting me down now. It's almost like, you know, like if someone's got power to resist having power, but then all of a sudden they don't have the power of resisting something, and they become like the temptation to take up something is like overwhelming. There's a word for it. This is terrible.
I know. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean, and I can't think of the word. It's that classic thing of I just can't think of the word now.
Yeah. If you know the word and you're listening, give us a 2-star rating and then tell us the word. And then when we use it in the next episode, you can give us a 5-star rating.
Yeah. It's a law of averages.
School us. Yeah, law of averages.
We'll end up with a 3-star.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because if you give us 1 2-star rating, then 1 5-star rating, it's a 7-star from one person. So that's a win in my books.
Okay, so going down.
You know what? I was looking at the chorus. Initially, I thought the chorus was like singing to the banditos. I wonder where you are. I want you to show me the way around those city walls, the way on through. I wonder where you are. But now the night has fallen, abandoned by the sun. I thought it was like a call for support from the banditos. I wonder where you are. You know.
Yeah, maybe.
But now I'm like, if he's talking to Nico in the verses, is he wondering where Nico is in the chorus? And like he wanted Nico to show him, but now the night has fallen, abandoned by the sun. Yeah, it just raises interesting questions now.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going.
Yeah. The bridge, on the other hand, was like a quite an eerie image. But it sounds so pretty as well.
Yeah.
It like what's musically what I really liked is how it like dipped down so much. It was like this really high energy with like the grungy bass, like, and then it just drops down into the piano.
Yeah, it's good. And then that outro is our first throwback to a previous album.
Yeah, there we go.
Being Vessel.
Yeah. Blurface.
Was it?
That's Heavy Dirty Souls, the song.
No, that the outro, that lyric, that Entertain My Faith.
Oh.
That's from Vessel. That's on
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even pick on.
It's always the song that that Josh backflips to. Lean with it, rock with it. No. It's not. It's not. Wait, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, that's mad. Actually, I didn't even pick up on that.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's Holding On To You, I think. Hold on. Yeah, Holding On To You. Yeah. Let me check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because then it goes back to that.
Is it holding?
Yeah, Entertain My Faith in Holding On To You. It goes into that. Where's the lyric here?
So I'll listen to it quickly.
Yeah, just before he goes into it, goes to that break before, like live, Josh would come and stand on his piano and do the backflip, and it like builds, and then it goes to that break. Doodle 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 doodle. It's like that like weird synthy thing, and then it goes lean. Then it goes to lean with it, rock with it. When you're gonna stop with it, and then that whole part comes in. But yeah, so that Entertain My Faith is just before that. But that goes, so that goes all the way back to Vessel. But what you are talking about, which is totally correct, is the end of this song going into RAWFEAR, is that intro thing from Heavy Dirty Soul. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to play that part of Entertain My Faith quickly. Just give me a second. interferes with your sound. So
no, it's fine. Go for it.
Oh, no ways. It's like clear as day when you listen to it.
I know. Because the first time I heard it, I said to Nicola, I was like, "Oh my gosh, they've gone back to metal!" Like,
Yeah,
and then at the end of that song,
actually.
then when it went back to Heavy Dirty Soul, I was like freaking out. I was like, "No, these dudes are like, it's just Easter eggs everywhere."
Whoa, that's nuts, actually. Yeah,
It's so
that's
good.
kind of blown my mind a bit.
I say Easter eggs, but it's like it's already happened. So, but yeah,
oh,
it's
Easter
cool.
eggs.
I love
Easter
that they're
eggs.
just leaving that stuff around. And then you just
yeah. It's just all the layers in the songwriting. It's not just that's kind of what makes the last like decade of 21 Pilots so intriguing, is that it's like songs that directly relate to his lived experience, and they're so relatable, and I think that's why they have such a deep cult following.
Oh, dude.
But then there's this whole like added like world building, like fantasy side of them as a duo. It's so epic. It makes me think of like there's a song Downstairs, which I know is one of your favorite ones.
Yeah, I dig that. Yeah.
But I don't know if you've heard the comparison between Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, because they're both Christian fantasy writers, but how they depict elements of their faith in their writing is so distinct from one another. With C.S. Lewis, everything is like almost like a direct analogy to faith in some regard. Like Aslan can be compared directly to Jesus, you know, as like the Lion of Judah and things, and and all these, you can make like direct comparisons with C.S. Lewis's faith. Whereas Tolkien, he was kind of against making overt like parallels between his faith and his writings, but all the like themes and dynamics of his faith kind of interplayed with his understanding of Greek mythology and stuff, and that's how Lord of the Rings came about.
Right.
So it's less like clear lines from one to the other of his faith to his writings, and I find like for most of Tyler Joseph's writings, it seems to be a little bit more Tolkien-esque, but then in this album in particular, or maybe in other albums as well, there are like moments where he seems to be a bit more like overt about his faith in the songs, like Downstairs being a very clear one, and Two Trees being another one from what album was that? Was Vessel, right?
That was Vessel as well.
Yeah.
Trees, yeah. That was also.
Is it Trees or Two Trees?
I think it's just Trees.
Just Trees, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I think it was Two Trees?
Trees, and then there's I've already gone on to the next song. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
I was going to talk about RAWFEAR.
Talk about the bridge. The bridge of City Walls, because there's the weird thing about the line in his face.
Yeah.
The smile. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the lyric over here. My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. I don't have a clue how I can keep the top half glued. My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. And I just got like Pennywise imagery from it. And it just seemed quite frightening. Like his smile's so big, his head's like cut in half. And I'm just not sure. And then it goes into entertain my faith. This is the last time. It's the last time. And yeah, it just kind of
address my soul. It's an interesting lyric as well.
Address my soul. Yeah, address my soul. This is the last time that I try. And thinking about it, like, is it the last time? But it obviously isn't the last time, because he becomes Nico. And then Josh at the end of the music video is like, the real Clance is out there somewhere. I was like, what does it all mean? What's happening?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna get like another like diverged like storyline off of this for the next 4 albums.
You know, I wouldn't mind. It would be interesting.
They just need to make a movie. Honestly.
Maybe Josh has been writing 4 albums of music and he's gonna release it from his perspective. You've got Clancy's perspective.
This is the Torchbearers.
Yeah.
Torchbearers.
And there's no singing.
Just drums.
Just drums.
Instrumental drums album.
And Tyler doing epic screams in the background.
Oh man, so good. Okay. Shall we go to RAWFEAR?
RAWFEAR.
Okay. Let's check it out. Can I just say production on this whole album is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
that's mad.
Oh, I don't know if this is true or not, and I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere. But that almost sounds like some sort of
like children
bird,
screaming,
like screaming thing in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
It's his kids, right? I read this somewhere where like I think so, where he got like his kids to like scream into the mic or like laugh or scream or something, and then he's obviously taken that and like pitched it up and then like made it sound a bit like added stuff to it. And and then that is funny because that takes me back to Trench, because there's parts of Trench where those sounds are in as well. It's weird, almost like I just think I go to like a vulture every time I hear that sound. I don't know if that's a vulture sound, but that always takes me back to that.
Well, funny you mentioned that. I was thinking of Vignette because there's the eagle screech in Vignette. It's like
yes. And
I listened back. I was like, is that the same sound? Because it almost has a bit of a bird screeching sound, but it's definitely a different sound. But it did make me think of it.
Yes,
but I didn't.
Oh, here. Sorry, I just read. It is that. So the song. This is on. I'm checking out the lyrics on Genius.com, and then there's like a whole about the song like section at the bottom, and then I had read this somewhere else, but here he says, this is Tyler speaking. He says the song. He says this song does mean a lot to me, and also the screaming in the beginning is my daughter's. I just went up to them and said, "Girls, scream at me as loud as you can." And I have a voice recording on my phone, and features them on the album.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So cool. Yeah, I thought I'd read that somewhere before. So yeah, that's cool, man. I love little details like that.
Yeah, that's really, really fun.
That's so cool. Okay, so lyrics wise, well, first of all, what is your take on like the overall like sort of feeling and story of this? What do you think he's trying to say in this one?
Yeah, I was looking at the lyrics, and it's life is just forever nipping heels, never slowing down. It's kind of like it seems like a story of journeying through life. And sorry, that sounds very existential, and like I'm getting all philosophical and stuff, but because I wrote little notes over here saying, is this fear anything to do with being a parent, or am I projecting? Because obviously I'm a parent now. And there's a line where Tyler writes, I wish her parents would stop yelling. And it makes me wonder, like, is he speaking about his wife's parents, or is he speaking about his daughter's parents, being him and Jenna? And is it like, are these new fears he has about growing and having kids and life moving on, and as you like get better at a little bit of life brings you new challenges all the time, so there's this like constant new fears coming into life when you've like gotten the rest of them, when you feel like you've gotten the handle of the rest of them, because it's like never slowing down. Learning all that really matters is a slow and painful lesson. It is not pass or fail,
just reading that bridge,
but a poisonous progression. It's just, and that kind of like, for me, the bridge kind of like sums up the song. It seems to, not a pass or fail, but a poisonous progression. Um, yeah. What What about you? You have like a similar impression?
Yeah, I think it's just basically like a look at life, I guess, from like a bird's eye view, just looking at how things are
Mm.
progressing so rapidly that you almost feel like you don't have control.
Mm.
And I totally get that now. Again, as you said, as a parent, it's just it's and there's so many moving parts to life, like working and kids and marriage and friends and family, and you
Mm.
just kind of, and they're all amazing things, but I think just in the day to day, you just kind of, whoa, everything's just flying by, and everything, and you're trying to just get a grip on one thing, and as you do, like you just said, then something else takes your attention, and you don't have that focus, and it's just pulling you in all directions. And I think if you don't learn a way to deal with that, I think this fear creeps in that you're just not going to have it all together, and you're not going to be able to deal with everything.
Mm. Mm.
And this song for me, just I feel like it addresses that like never ending fear, that like you're
Mm.
just living in this constant state of fear. It's like you're just
Mm.
waiting for the next thing to come, and you're not actually
Mm.
enjoying life. You're not actually just
Mm.
enjoying the moment and like dealing with what's happening in front of you. It's like you're
Mm.
constantly trying to like work out what's coming next. And I totally relate to that, just with like having dealt with like anxiety and stuff. Like you just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
constantly waiting for the next thing to
yeah,
hit, to the next thing to come, and you can't really focus on all the good that's in front of you.
yeah. Like struggling to be content in the moment.
Yeah, totally.
Type.
And
Yeah,
so
that's mad, man.
yeah, I think that's what I took from it. um yeah, that chorus line though got me. It's interesting though, like "RAWFEAR moves me, sound of empty Uzis."
Mm. Mm.
Like I don't really know what to make of that line.
What does an MTUZ sound like? It's just like because there's no actual ammunition coming out. It's not like a but more of a. I suppose it's just like empty clicking, firing blanks.
Yeah.
So to say. Maybe he's firing blanks.
The dude's got 3 kids. I don't think he's firing blanks.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we're taking this too literally.
Maybe.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
it's deep though. I think one of the like musical things. So I like when I listen to these as well. I like to make notes of any like particular musical things that stand out because really fun instrumentation gets me like stoked.
Yeah.
And in the verse, there's like a really stabby synth, which just think's really fun. Just has like a lot of texture. And then I mentioned the children screaming, but it kind of seemed like screaming, laughing, which actually fits very much into how you described it being recorded. I can imagine the kids just loving that. And then in the bridge, see, it's tough because there's so many songs I can't actually remember what they sound like. But I made a note that there's some sort of like glockenspiel or some sort of percussion in the background in the bridge. That's really cool. I turned it up last night. It was like late last night when it was really quiet, and I turned it up in my headphones, just to see what I could hear as like just really focused on the music and see like what instrumentation and stuff I could, and just hearing the different colors. I mean, there's like a handful of synths in like every song, so many different tones and things. But like glockenspiel, I always love hearing like analog percussion in songs. It just adds like like warmth and like earthiness to it,
Totally.
and not feeling too electronic.
Funnily enough, though, the drums sound pretty raw in this. Like they don't sound sort of overproduced or super compressed. It sounds like they're quite open, and yeah, maybe they were recording in his big drum room.
Yeah.
They probably were,
Yeah.
to be fair. But yeah, man.
And also I thought it's like maybe it's just 21 Pilots, there's like style. But I thought the bridge, as it like slows down, it like has that whole like retrograde thing. It gets slow, 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 or it like gets slow, but then like picks up pace, and then it
Yeah,
like
man.
drops back into the groove. It
That
has a
tempo change
very
is epic. I love that
very
tempo
like
change.
blurry face Vessel. Like so many moments in Vessel where it's just like I didn't give a crap about what the groove of the song is. It's just like chuck something in there.
Yeah, totally.
So it just feels like a nod at least in the direction of like those albums musically, which I think is really really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes, I'm not like bigging myself up as a fan here, but it takes someone who knows the music well or has like spent time listening to all the albums to really like pick up and notice those things.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you'll start to see those sort of like threads through the album, and that's what I was saying. Like if somebody who's not a fan listens to the end of City Walls, they're not going to know that that little outro thing is from Heavy Dirty Soul.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 3-4 albums previously. It's
Mm,
like they're just not going to pick up on that stuff.
mm,
So yeah, you're totally right on that, man. Like I think having a discerning ear as a proper fan, like you're going to pick up all these little things, which is
mm.
awesome.
And I think it's worth saying as well, like if someone has listened to Breach without listening to the other albums, like there's so much in those albums. Like admittedly, I don't know their first album very well, but Vessel is, I mean, it definitely feels slightly more naive in what they're writing about. But it's like wildly creative. And yeah, it's just crazy. Like there's nothing really else like it in that time. Like 10 years ago. Not that I've got like the final say on what 2015 was like music wise, but I don't think there was anything else that was released that was like that.
But even now, like, I don't know, Nicola and I always say this. Nicola's my wife, by the way, for people listening who.
Oh, is that who she is?
Yes. Randomly referring to some woman called Nicola.
As long as the name doesn't change. Don't keep mentioning a different woman every time.
She'd hate that if I'm like, Nicole. No.
Nicole.
It's Nicola. Oh, she gets emails and it's like, hey, Nicole. She's like, signs off Nicola.
Anyway. Sorry, this is like just complete tangents and like inside jokes between the two of us. But I just remembered a very particular bassist at college with us who accidentally sent her a photo. Oh no, I meant to send it to my girlfriend, Nicole.
I'd totally forgotten about that.
Oh man.
That is hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm totally
a little bit of background. Kyle and I, we went to music college together, and Nikki and I were in a band. Nikki is Kyle's. Oh, sorry, something's happened on my iPad. Nikki's Kyle's partner, and Kyle joined our band, and the three of us became like best mates, and we started a cover band or whatever. But in college, there was a guy who, made the terrible error of sending his girlfriend Nicole a photo of that was just a bit risque, and got to Nicola, and she felt very awkward and didn't know how to handle it.
I don't think anybody knew how to act.
No. Oh, okay.
Oh man, I've totally forgotten what I was gonna say. That's so funny. Oh man. We might have to just cut that part.
Maybe that's fine. We can do that.
We're gonna get a lawyer's letter in the post.
We didn't mention any names. No names were mentioned.
That's true. Very vague basis.
Very vague.
Oh man, no, that was really funny.
Putting on a drum show.
Yes, let's go drum show. I don't think the lyrics are too deep in this one. I think we know what we're dealing with in this.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it, right? Putting on a drum show.
It's literally chilling in your car, driving home, and you're just loving the tune and you just want to smash some drums.
Yeah.
Although, in my case, it's just air drums. I don't really hit the dashboard
No?
or the steering wheel. Nah, more
Ah,
of a
yeah.
air guy.
I'm a steering wheel hitter guy. I use the edge of my thumb on like one part of the steering wheel, and then like my other hand I use like the tips of my fingers to like create the snare, and I get like a good little bass and snare thing going on. It's all about the tone, you know.
Is you get some interesting tones on the dash, actually.
You really do, yeah.
You do. Mine's
And the
like
bathtub.
material, which is interesting. So you get a sweet
Ooh,
low end, actually.
yeah.
I have tried it. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
But you get a pretty sweet like compressed low end on the front end of the dash, because that's all like carpeted. It's like material.
Yeah.
And then a really nice high end on the piece of plastic in front of that. And then the steering wheel gives sort of like a mid-range snare, because that's leather.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet, you know.
Yeah. Nice.
Never really thought about it so deeply, but actually,
yeah. Maybe for our patrons, you can do like a little video.
I could. And the indicator, Nicola always laughs because I throw on the indicator and then I'll like either play to the like I use that as a click, so I'll use that as like a thing, or I beatbox over it as a click. Then you drop the halftime. It's so good. I love it.
I just got you know the movie Nacho Libre.
Of course.
When he's at the party with the like maraca band, and he's like, I am singing at the party. I am a beatboxing on the click. I am turning my car.
That's amazing. I'm going to do that. Wow. If we get 5 listeners on this, I'm going to be...
If you've gotten this far, just text us in the comments. Send us
you get
an
a
email.
year's free Patreon if you've got it this far.
Free Patreon. Just to be clear, we have no Patreon at the moment, so if you try to find it...
That's hilarious. We're just dropping all these things like, oh yeah, we've got this, and this, but we actually don't.
Classic podcast ropes.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
so I know your initial thing, because we were texting loads when the single came out, and I think we both loved it, but then lyrically you had more reservations about rating the song highly.
Yeah.
My daughter's woken up. I don't have to do anything, but man, it's been a struggle.
Oh man. Yep, I know that struggle.
Yeah, but
yes. So lyrically, I thought it wasn't the strongest lyric, but I get what the song's about, and I get what he's trying to say, and I dig it, and that's cool. But I just felt it wasn't like the strongest lyric. But then musically, it's sick. Like I love the bass. That bass tone is beyond. I love that bass tone in that track. The drums obviously sound ridiculous. They sound so good. But all the little things, even the stuff he does vocally, like I love it when it just like it's just that like instrumental running, and then it breaks and it's just like show, and then like everything comes back in. It's just so good. But yeah, lyrically for me, not the best, not the tightest, but yeah. How do you feel?
Where I think the song, so I hold this song in a higher esteem, I think. If I were to put it as eloquently as I can, I think I love driving.
Yes.
And I mean, when we were living in Cape Town, going to band rehearsals and things, where I would drive probably like half an hour to 40 minutes either way. And music in the car, I was okay with traffic because I had music.
That's true.
I relate to the song and like deeply feel the emotion and like, you know, what the song's about. Because it's exactly, you know, sort of how I enjoyed my time. And even now, music's got to be loud. And when the song is like absolutely rocking my socks off, I do tend to push the gas pedal down just a little bit harder. And he drives, like it says, like he drives fast just to feel it. He drives slow if the song's not over, and that's exactly it.
It's true. And that stuck between a rock and a home, two places he does not want to go. It's true.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just didn't want to go home, so you just drove further and further around just so you can listen to it. And you know what's really funny is
sorry, honey, I got diverted another 40 minutes.
But you know what's really funny, when we were at college, this well, not this obviously, but Blurryface was this CD for all our
there we go.
people that are born post CDs. I had Blurryface CD in my car for like a year solid. Like I don't think that thing left the CD player. So that's actually full circle moment. You've made me realize that I think I was doing a drum show to this to Blurryface. Circa 20. Wait, when did Blurryface come out? Yeah, 2016.
I think it was 2015, but then 2016 is when we did like cruises and stuff in 2016.
That's true.
That was our last one, actually. No, dude.
2015
no, it was
the last one.
It was 2015. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to think of when I worked in the church. That was after our last cruise.
So yeah, man. Good song, but
yeah, really good. And Tyler's scream in that bridge after Josh's like very delicate, very very good singing. It's like very chilled, like nothing too intensive, and it's like I want to change, and it just gets you down to your bones, man.
Bro, that scream. Any scream he does is just epic.
That guy's vocals, his range is insane. In terms of like range of what he can do, not necessarily like notes range, but his note range is pretty decent as well.
No, that scream thing, man. It reminds me so much of Chester from Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah.
Who could sing so beautifully and then just have this like rage of a voice. And you're just like, so good.
Yeah. Even like Eddie Vedder as well. Eddie Vedder's got that versatility to his voice.
Okay. Are we going on? Yeah,
let's go into garbage.
What Good time band, are we looking at here? We're on we're nearly on an hour and we're on like this might be a part 4, part 3, part 4.
Maybe. Let's see how many songs garbage and it says
we don't have to do every song. We can also skip through to our favorites if you want.
Yeah.
Because I've got.
Garbage. We haven't done downstairs yet. No.
Yeah, that's coming.
I mentioned it, but I didn't really talk about it.
We can skip over that. We can go to the contract and we can go down from there.
Let's see what seems like the song is getting older. I don't know what I was writing there, so I wrote notes about this. Seems like the song is getting older.
Okay.
I said life stages have us feeling jaded at times, and we push through regardless of the resources we have available to us. All right, because he's feeling like garbage, and you know what? This song feels really good. It's just like a really good feeling song. Like it feels really easy on the ears, and like the groove is just like very comfortable. I don't know how to explain it. It's like he's talking about feeling trash, and life just like has you operating at like the bare minimum to just get by, and you never fully recover. And again, like parent projecting over here, but I feel like that's just my daily living. But kind of like in contrast to what the song is about, like the music just feels so good. It's like really, really nice. It's like, it's not soft rock. It's just like good rock, but I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I do. And it's also contradictory to the lyrics as well, because I'm just reading through the lyrics and he's like, I'll lash out. I'm biting down my shirt sleeve. Like, I'll lash out. Like, that's all he keeps saying. And he's just like, basically all this pent up frustration and stuff. But yeah, like you said, the music's like super chill. But that's another like classic 21 Pilots, like stylistic thing. It's kind of again, I go back to like Blurry Face, and there's a song on there called Hometown, which is one of my favorites.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's like the lyrics are quite dark and quite heavy, but then like the music is basically like an EDM track. It's so weird. It's like this like super lighthearted music.
Yeah.
And then it says so the opening lyric of that song, sorry to digress, but it says, "My shadow tilts its head at me, spirits in the dark are waiting, and I will let the wind go quietly." And anyway, like the lyrics are like super heavy, and then it's just like this really chill track. And I feel like this is a similar sort of thing. So yeah, that's my take.
And then there was a line I added a quote here saying I didn't do it, and I'm not sure exactly what. Oh, it's the intro of the song. There's like you hear someone say I didn't do it, and then it's like 1, 2, I feel like garbage. But the I didn't do it, I just thought that was really like curious, like what that's that sounded like a sample or like a clip from a studio or something.
Yeah.
And I always find those things really interesting, because who made that creative decision to add a random sample of like someone talking, like Lara Lynn, like in her latest album, there's, I can't remember which song it is, but there's one of the songs where it's almost like it's like a live studio setting, and you hear someone say something, and then the song kicks in. It's just an interesting detail to include in the recording when it seems to not add anything to the song, but someone chose to put it there. So I just find them really curious.
That is cool, man. And also a fun fact, not a musical thing really, but one of the producers on this is Mike Elizondo. Have you heard of him before?
Elizondo? No, I haven't.
He is super cool. He's done, I mean, you can go check him out after this, but he's worked with a ton of artists, like rappers, a whole bunch of people, like Dr. Dre, okay. I think Jay-Z as well. Switchfoot, he's done the only album that Switchfoot won a Grammy for. That's the album he produced, and he's done a bunch of stuff.
Which album was that, by the way? Was that the Beautiful Letdown?
No, it was Hello Hurricane.
I
know. That's a great album.
That's a great album. That's one of my favorite album covers ever as well. It's just that's the colors and the birds. Ooh. Oh, it's just so good.
And he did Vice Verses as well. That's a great album.
Ooh, yeah.
So so this guy, and another fun fact, Switchfoot just announced that he's doing their next album, which is due for release, I think early next year or something. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so he's a really cool dude to check out because he's worked with some amazing artists, and he's done a few 21 Pilots albums as well. I think he's kind of been a collaborator and producer, so it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So they got like the dream team of Paul Meany, Mike Elizondo. It's really awesome.
Yeah, I'd always love to be a fly on the wall and just see the sort of working dynamics, because obviously it's like Tyler Joseph's baby, like his stories and the songs that he writes and the musical parts and things. But then to see how these other producers influence and give input and how it's received, I always wonder what those workplace dynamics are like between like really strong creatives and then producers who have done so much. Yeah. And like, is there a power dynamic? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it must be a really interesting room to be in, and kind of, I suppose as an artist, you kind of got to hold your own, but I suppose you've also got to humble yourself to be like, okay, I've got to take this guy's advice or this girl's advice because they know what they're doing clearly. If they've won Grammys and stuff, like
yeah.
It's kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I guess it's just a balancing act. I guess like any collaboration of,
Mm.
you know, but yeah.
I suppose like knowing off the, like from the get go, what hill you'll die on, like what has to be in place, and then what you're flexible with.
Totally.
And yeah, cool. So we mentioned the contract earlier.
Yeah.
And in the whole scope of Dema and Nico and Clancy and things, that YouTube video I mentioned earlier seemed to describe the contract as sort of what closes the circle between every Clancy and Nico iteration.
Right.
And in terms of story, I wrote like feeling closed in, trapped, closing out the necromancer who's lurking outside. Is the necromancer Nico? Maybe the necromancer is who keeps reviving him to become Clancy after it. So I wrote these notes before watching the video, so I might have been onto something there. And then, did Nico sign a contract that dooms him to take Nico's... Did Clancy sign a contract that dooms him to take Nico's place each time? So I was actually onto something there. I'm actually kind of impressed with myself there. Not just a hatchback, my friend. What about you? How do you find this track?
You know what's funny? This is probably my least favorite track.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, like musically, it's just okay. It made me nervous, if I'm being completely honest. When it came out, I was like, oh no. I was like, I hope this isn't going to be like a sort of foreshadow of things to come. Like, I hope it's like, again, the music's so good and it's cool, but it just, I don't know, something just didn't like hit. I was just like, yeah. Okay. And then after Clancy, I was kind of like, oh, please. Like, they've got to, if they're going to release an album so quickly, like, it's got to be good. And the album is fantastic.
Yeah.
The album's amazing, obviously. But yeah, this one for me didn't really hit. The lyrics, I was a bit like, obviously it's tying into the whole storyline and all that stuff. But I just, wasn't really my vibe. But musically, again, where I kind of lose it, this is what I love about this band. If I lose it on like a bit of music or I lose it on a bit of lyric, the other part will always kind of make up for it. So like in this, the music's amazing. Like the music's great. There's so much happening. And then the lyric for me was a bit, I can't say weak, but just, wasn't really my vibe.
Did you say music was great, lyrics were weak for contract?
Yes. Yeah.
I thought, don't you mean the other way around? Music was...
No, I thought the music was great.
On the contract?
Yeah. I like the music.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was the musical direction because it was a bit more like electronic and stuff.
No, I think you know what it is, and I'm just realizing this right now as I'm reading the lyrics. I think it's his phrasing. I think the phrasing just irritates me.
Okay.
I don't know why. I have no, and it's weird for me to say this because I generally love like everything 21 Pilots does, but there was something about the phrasing of the song that kind of just was weird. It didn't feel very 21 Pilots to me. But the music did. So that's why I was saying like the music felt very much their thing. But the lyrics and the phrasing and also like the pitch of his voice, like where he goes on this. I heard him talking to like Zane Lowe about that. Like he said, I wanted to really try this and like kind of go up and then like bring it all down and then up and then whatever. I'm like, that's cool, but I don't know. For me, it didn't work. It's like just not my vibe. The rest of the album is fantastic, but yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like vocally, it's probably one of the more distinct Tyler Joseph performances. Vocally, like it just feels quite different from most of everything else they do. So yeah, I'll give you that one. I think I felt the same way about the song when it came out as a single, but I found in listening to it in the album, I thought the contract as a song has been made better by the album.
Right.
And I enjoy the song so much more. Not, like I actually enjoy the song for what it is, because the album is a particular way. Where, yeah, I feel like that the album's imposed its feel and identity and emotion onto the song, where the song by itself, without knowing what the album was like, felt weaker.
Got you.
You know, so maybe it's more
Yeah.
of an associative thing for me. But yeah, I can listen to the song now and fully enjoy it, because there's like the security of what the rest of the album has, you know.
Yeah, and it's not like if it comes on, I'm not going to like skip it. You know, I don't like hate it. It's just not for me.
There
It's
are a couple albums where I would do that for other artists. Like, oh my gosh, the one. I'm just going to name and shame. Screw it. No one's listening to this anyway. But in Ghost Stories, Sky Full of Stars for Coldplay.
Oh yeah.
I was like, hate that song.
That's a hard
that song
skip.
Hot garbage.
Dude,
the rest of the album's fantastic, but then Sky Full of Stars, yeah.
And it's so.
There's been.
Oh my gosh, I hate that song so much, and it's slotted between one of the most beautiful songs he's ever written, and then which we used at our wedding. Like that piano riff is just so awesome. I'm trying to think of the song that's before that, before flippin' that atrocious dance track. What was the song before? Anyway, I can picture there's like a music video thing they did where he's sitting on like a jetty, and he's like playing the guitar just by himself. Anyway, but yes, no, dude.
Oceans,
that's the one. But yeah, I'm totally with you, dude, on that. Yeah, there's definitely some hard skips on some artists. But like I say, yeah, this one isn't one of those. Like I say, I dig it, and I think it fits into the storyline nicely, but it just, for me, is weird. It's just not my favorite.
One of the musical notes I made about this is that the piano line at the beginning, that you know, my singing's totally off with that, but that's fine. It always makes me think of like certain Linkin Park songs. It's almost like a rock piano feel, like piano riff in a rock song, and it gives me like very strong Linkin Park vibes when I hear that.
Yes. Wait, was it? Sorry, that's just reminded me about something. There was a Paul Meany thing I watched where I'm just trying to remember what the song was. Anyway, I'll find it and I'll link it below. But he talks about like some of the production on this and how they use certain like sounds and stuff. And I think it's this. I think it's the contract actually. That piano thing you're talking about was a sax sample that he got.
Oh, man!
And they like basically pitched it down, and then they chopped it up. So he plays that thing on a keyboard, like on a MIDI like workstation, and then he basically chops it and then plays that part. And then what they did was then they added, to make it cut through the music, he added like a higher octave on top of it to then like cut. But this is why these videos, man, honestly, I can watch. I wish they were like an hour long because they're all like 2 minutes. But it's so interesting, like what he does and what Tyler and him do together on like the production side of things. You just can't believe like Next Semester on Clancy, like that whole thing is a ukulele. There's no other instrument on that album, on that song. The whole thing is a uke. So from the bass line to everything is a ukulele. They've just layered it, and they've like, it's bonkers. You must honestly, I'll find it and I'll send it to you. It is so cool. It is so cool.
Wait, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
dun. That whole thing is ukulele.
It's just a uke, bro.
That is mad.
Hold on, I'm gonna get it right now and I'm gonna send it to you. It's ridiculous.
It makes me think of.
We'll link it below. It's crazy.
It makes me think of this guy. I don't know his music, but he's been on Jimmy Fallon, and I've seen a couple shorts of his. But he's like Professor Puth or something, or Puth.
Yeah, it's Charlie Puth.
Part Charlie Puth, that one.
Yeah.
I don't know his stuff particularly well, but I saw one of his YouTube shorts where he recorded nothing. He just like recorded a quietness in his room, and then he sought out and like EQ'd and like pulled out like frequencies in the nothingness and created like bass lines and created like a kick drum and snare by just using EQ and like chopping up the sound, and he made a whole song out of nothing.
That guy is unreal.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
But that, I need to go listen to that song again. The whole thing. Okay, except Tyler's vocals, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not ukulele.
He sang into a ukulele. It was like,
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him at this point.
No.
Oh, that makes me think of Caleb Followell, shouting into his pickups. Oh, that's
man. Cool. Okay, so let's go
downstairs.
Let's go downstairs, yes. Yeah. This is my second favorite track on the album.
Yeah. So talk to us. What about this makes it your favorite?
So for me, like I love different sounding stuff. So like anything that's like really sort of out there but sort of works, I love. So I preface that because so to give you an example, like my favorite track on Trench was Levitate.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I thought
it was Neon Gravestones. Yeah.
No. Levitate, that song, man, is my favorite. Because it's similar to this and to Center Mass. Like Center Mass is like my favorite on this.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
I dig it. I dig it. I don't know why. I just love it. And I just think because there's not, so with Downstairs, there's a lot going on, but there isn't that much going on, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, I just love the simplicity of that. There's a lot of focus on just like a groove, and then you can just hear his vocal, the lyrics, and there's so much emotion behind his lyric that there's just a lot of space. So yes, there's sounds and there's elements in the production, but like I just love that the focus is on that groove, on that beat, and then just his vocal and the lyrics. And again, it's a throwback to Vessel. There's a lot of like sounds in this that are Vessel related, and that is interesting because when I was like reading up and doing a bit of research on this, like apparently this came from Josh found this like on one of his hard drives or something. And so it's a track they had written like instrumentally like 14 years ago, and they just never used it. And Josh came across it and sent it to Tyler and said, "This is so rad. Like we need to actually do this. We need to finish this and put it on the new album because this song is sick. I think it could be something."
Yeah.
And and then also just the lyrics I think are amazing. I just think the lyrics are really cool, and I think it's so universal, whether you are religious, have a faith or not, or if you have a faith of any faith. I think you can relate to this of just not sharing your faith and not talking about it openly and just sharing. And a lot of these lyrics, kind of like he's like, I'll give you everything I have, but I'm still going to suppress everything that I believe, and I'm not going to say anything, and I'll keep it downstairs,
Right. Yeah.
and like suppress it and not and then that downstairs is still where it's safe, because it's safe to just hide what you really feel or how you see the world. You don't want to share that. And so that's what I took from it. But yeah, man, I think it's just, for me, this is one of the like deeper songs musically and lyrically, and I love it. I just think it's really good. But yeah, how about you?
Yeah, I think on what you said about the music and the energy and all that, firstly, in the chorus, the stabs, like as when the chords come in on top of the drums, like downstairs, down, every time the chords run, he has this like flanger guitar part. It's like, it sounds so
Yeah.
cool. But I noticed that. I thought I'd mention it. You don't hear flanger in songs very often. You hear like chorus and reverb and like echo and
Right.
all that. But flanger is a strange one. It sounds like robot voices. Actually, funny you mentioned robot voices.
Yeah. I
Um,
was gonna say.
but I noticed in the verses the drums are like really understated,
Mm.
and like the drums really fall to the background, and then it's just like the synth like arpeggios and things, and it's like the melodies and the harmonies carry the verses, and then the chorus is like the big like downbeat, you know, like the cymbals and all that.
It's just that big halftime feel, and I think
Mm,
that's also just what I love. Just that. Gah, doom. God, it's
yeah.
just so rad. Like I just think, and
Mm,
it just
mm,
makes it so much more impactful, and
mm,
just how he ties that into the phrasing as well of that downstairs. I feel
mm.
better in the cellar down there.
Yeah,
He's hitting
the
that
lyrical phrasing
there.
feels so much
On
nicer in this one
yeah,
as well.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So yeah, and just the way he links, well, the drums and him interact really well, obviously. So that on the
Mm,
phrasing and stuff. So it's great. It's just really cool, and yeah, I don't know, just the whole feel of this thing is just so good. Like you were saying
mm,
earlier, there's just that you can just feel when a song just feels good.
mm,
I don't
mm.
know, and to me, this just feels good. It's just that kind of
Yeah, yeah. You have songs that like pull you out of your comfort zone emotionally or like energy wise and stuff, and then some songs that almost like John Mayer is one of these artists for me where no matter what mood I'm in, I can listen to John Mayer and really enjoy it. But I
amen,
can't
brother.
be in any mood. Yeah, but I can't be in any mood and listen to like Slipknot or Kendrick Lamar or something. I've got to be in like a particular mood for that artist.
Yeah, 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 sure.
So at least when I say something just feels easy and good, often it's an any mood kind of song, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mentioned I said the song is definitely like a song of devotion, and it's interesting because he doesn't speak about he uses imagery and sort of language that would be used in like modern Christian culture today.
hmm,
But you could read this from almost any, like what you were saying, almost any.
yeah,
It's just a song of devotion. It could be to someone. It could be like something, you know, or a deity. Um, um, but yeah, but then I do find it really interesting when he says to keep it hidden downstairs, shelter from the weather, and yeah, it feels like it's in contrast to um, the level of devotion he feels to the faith. It seems like in
yeah,
contrast to keeping it downstairs, you know. Um, but then I suppose like in the music industry, to get by and to protect yourself and your own like mental well-being, like mental health and emotional health and things, you've got to keep some things of yourself hidden. Um,
yeah. I suppose it's
there's
like
like
your
from
working life, professional life, and your private life.
mm, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It must be tough. It must be tough on that scale as well, because no matter what you say, I guess it can be twisted in various ways. So I suppose you just kind of wanted to stay in your lane.
mm.
Because I'm just thinking, even like it's weird. So even like Switchfoot, like like we all know them as a Christian band. Like we know they're a Christian
Mm.
band, but their actual songs, they don't speak openly about God and like openly. Like we know
Mm.
what they're referencing, but then like John
Yeah,
Foreman
yeah,
goes off on his solo stuff, and there he's like way more expressive in terms of
yeah.
like he's outwardly Christian on his solo
Mm.
stuff. But then, yeah. So maybe it's a bit like this. Maybe Tyler's gonna just drop some like an album
Some
and get a
solo
Dove
stuff.
Award.
I wonder if you would do any solo things. That'd be interesting. Like
Yeah,
Eddie
that
Vedder
would be
going on and
interesting.
doing his ukulele solo stuff.
Yeah,
If
I
Tyler
think
would
it
do anything like that.
was like Chris Martin said he would never. He was like, I would never go solo.
I think because he knows his vocals aren't good by themselves, he kind of needs like his writing's good, but the whole
But
band
also, I
kind of
think
carries.
your whole feel and whole vibe has to change. Like that's the one thing with John Foreman. Like his solo stuff is so different to the Switchfoot stuff.
Mm.
I mean, it's just more acoustic-y and it's more, So it'll be
And
interesting.
Hayley Williams' Paramore being a similar one as well.
Exactly. Well, I would say, like when we've discussed this, but I think more the new album. That first album was still Paramore-esque. Or did you not?
Hayley Williams' first album?
Yeah, her first solo album. I felt that was still sort of like fairly Paramore-esque.
Is that the one? Is that the one with the dots on her face?
Yes. What's it called? Something Petals.
Yeah, violet petals or something. Violent petals.
I'm gonna look it up right now. This is where. But anyway, yeah, I digress. But then I think that it would be interesting to see what Tyler would do solo. Be interesting to see where he went, like creatively, without Josh.
Yeah, I wonder if he would, because what's interesting to 21 Pilots is that Josh doesn't really write anything. Josh doesn't get writing credits really. He plays and performs flipping well, and I wonder if that's like sort of best case scenario for Tyler, because Tyler can just write what he wants for the most part.
Well, I mean, Tyler's got all the songwriting credits, which I guess he's doing okay financially.
But who would have sung the bridge in Drum Show if Josh was there?
That's true. Their manager.
The kids.
It was called Petals for Armor. That's what it was called.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
Cool. So, any more thoughts on Downstairs?
No, not really. Eh?
Cool. On we march.
Now, this is probably my favorite song. Like
Nice.
vibe-wise.
Okay.
Robot voices. It just feels really fun. It feels like the Level of Control single. It's just like kind of funky and groovy. This one's a little bit less funky, but I honestly trying to figure out what the song was about. I was like, cell phones or AI? That's what I thought the song was about. Because it's all about like robots telling him that he shouldn't fear, and daisy chained power strips generating a newfound loneliness. I'm waiting for the changes everyone sees, feeling so fancy. Yeah, I just kind of thought it was cell phones. That's really. But the clarinet in the beginning. I meant to send you a message earlier saying to listen to these songs, but King's Kaleidoscope, they're in a band. Their Zeal album, the one that's like a circle with like rainbow colors on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's songs in there called Breathing Infinity, Jumping from Jaded Heights, Part 2. There's a clarinet sort of part and like a weird like synthy sampled moments in those two songs. They're back-to-back tracks. And the intro to the song, the clarinet like, obviously a few notes higher than that. The like the playfulness of the production has like a very sort of like playful, colorful, makes you think you're walking through a little flowery forest. And it just, every time I hear it, I just think of those King's Kaleidoscope songs. It's a very like distinct sound. And then in the chorus, the guitar that strums in the da na 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 da na 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 woo bum bum bum, but the guitar tone, it's so good. It's like crunchy, sparkly guitar tones. It's one of my favorite things when there's just like a really good like chunky guitar.
It's so cool.
But yeah, this song was just kind of a fun little track, and I noticed the writing team for this is massive as well. At least on Apple Music, they like list all the writers at the bottom.
Yeah, because I had this note here I found. Sorry, my cat's trying to scratch to get out the door.
That's right.
Oh. This is another added bonus of being a Patreon member.
There we go.
Can hear the cat scratching on the door.
Get the B-roll.
So apparently Tyler found this track online from some random band called Blanket Approval. And then he really dug the song, but he really wished that the bridge was the chorus. So he reached out to the band and basically asked if he could mess around with it. And then...
Oh, mad. Okay.
And then basically rewrote parts of it. But then obviously the original track belongs to this band. So I think that ties in, with what you were saying about it being,
Interesting. Because they're like 8 writers. Eight people. It's like Jackson Matucci, Joey Hayden, Juliana Ray Hayden, Maximilian Mina, Rahul Chakraborty, Shane Becker, Shane Hogan, Tyler Joseph. It's like loads of writers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just listed them to give them credit. But yeah, a sick little track. What's the band called? I need to go check them out then.
Blanket Approval.
Blanket Approval. Okay.
They wrote... Oh, it was a song called My Soft Spots, My Robots. And that was what Tyler apparently dug.
My Soft Spot, My Robots.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go check that out. That's cool.
Any other thoughts? Are we moving on?
Yeah, I just thought the drums had like a very sort of like 80s style like drum groove. It's just
it's super
like
80s.
It's like retro modern type aesthetic, like all the instruments and things. It just sounds like it's like modern quality of instruments, but it's got the like feel of like an 80s band in all the best ways. I'd hot take, but I don't rate Purple Rain very highly. I know some people love that. I just think the album that album is just kind of average. So I don't mean like that kind of 80s stuff.
There are gonna be some angry Prince fans.
Oh, I know. Hey, I think Prince is cool, but that, I think we don't have to get into that, but
you'll get me started on Amy Winehouse, and then we'll...
Yeah. We might have just lowered our listeners to 3 from 5. 40% of our viewership has just aborted us.
Quick time check on the old podcast. We're at an hour and a half.
Yeah. We could cut it here, and then follow on next week with the next few songs.
Yeah, we can actually.
We are about halfway. I think we're in 8 out of 14. So,
hold on, where is?
Yeah, we can kick it off with Center Mass next week. But yeah, so
where am I next?
If you are listening, firstly, thank you, and why, and how did you find this? You can email us. I think, Carl, what's the email address?
That's a very good question.
Or you can leave us a review. That's also
you can leave us a review. You can drop us an email if you like. The email will be down in the description. You can leave us a review. You can like us, subscribe to us on YouTube. We are professional. I swear we are. We are a lot more organized than this comes across.
We just aren't professional podcasters, you see.
This is true. We have day jobs.
We have day jobs. Yeah. We're not going to be leaving those anytime soon. Yet. Until we have at least 6 Patreon subscribers.
What was that thing called? Buy me a coffee or something? Do you remember that?
Buy me a coffee, yeah. But the funny thing about my coffees, they cost about £300 each, so...
This is true.
You know.
My coffees cost about the same as my rent, so if you could...
Yeah.
You could cover my mortgage.
6 of your places you're renting.
That would be amazing. Okay, no, let's be concise. Okay, so you guys can like and subscribe. You can hit us on email if you really want to, or you can just leave us a review, leave a comment, and then request albums. Any albums that you guys want to hear about, let us know. Because we're always on the lookout for new and exciting artists and albums. We've got our own personal preferences of stuff we're going to be putting out.
We've got dozens.
But if you can give us a good tip or two on some new or even upcoming artists that you guys dig, we would love to cover that. So that would be cool. Yeah. Anything from you, Mike?
No, just thanks so much for your time. It means a lot. Like we really enjoy chatting about this stuff, and I know there are loads of others like us out there. So if you wanna get involved and chat, we're up for it. Deep diving, whether it's like musical parts or songs or performances, live shows, whatever. We love chatting about it and getting nerdy.
We digress into life things too. So
yeah, it's all about life and nerdy.
So you can join us for part 2 of Breach next week.
That's right. And then we'll let you know what album we'll do after that episode. So thanks so much for listening. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.
See ya. And scene.
Nice, dude.
That was good, man.